Hello, welcome to Sunshine Reports and Osrc Television. I am Obi Chukwameka Oti. Ondo State Government's 2026 Appropriation Bill prioritizes economic consolidation through targeted investments in food security, human capital development, infrastructure expansion, revenue reform, social protection, and prudent fiscal management. Presenting a 492.8 billion naira budget proposal to the Ondo State House of Assembly, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa stated that the budget aims to deepen reforms, stabilize the progress achieved in 2025, and sustain socio-economic growth across key sectors. The governor also acknowledged the need to revise the 2025 budget downward from 698.659 billion naira to 489.999 billion naira due to lower than expected donor funds and revenue inflows. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole has details.
The Ondo State House of Assembly's chamber welcomed top government officials, including Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, political allies, and legislators for the presentation of the 2026 Appropriation Bill. Speaker Olamide Olajiji set the tone as the House convened for a special plenary session.
That the governor of Ondo State, Dr. Lucky Aiyedatiwa, do present this year, the year 2026 budget speech to the Honorable Assembly. Those of you will say aye? Aye. Those of you say nay? I have it.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa announced that the government has been forced to reduce the 2025 budget from 698.659 billion naira to 489.998 billion due to the non-availability of expected donor funds and other revenue sources. He said current data indicates that only half of the anticipated financial inflows will be realized, creating a risk to the water sector performance as well as jobs and economic benefits previously forecasted. The governor said that the budget revision was essential to remove overly optimistic projections and ensure a more equitable allocation of state resources. Despite these fiscal challenges, Governor Aiyedatiwa highlighted the progress made over the past year thanks to careful and efficient management of the funds available.
A total of 2,100 teachers were employed for primary and secondary school across the state to enhance learning outcomes. Government eased financial pressure on families by paying 633.9 million naira for West African Examination Council fees for 23,048 students, and we fully funded NAPTEP registration for all eligible public school candidates. Scholarships and bursary support of 350 million was provided to 11,358 tertiary institution students. A total of 134 primary schools were built and renovated alongside provision of furniture and learning materials at a cost of 6.738 billion. Another 60 secondary schools were rehabilitated with 3.108 billion naira through a strategic partnership with the Caribbean Maritime University of Jamaica. Osrc is establishing a School of Maritime Studies and Logistics. This new school will be located in Brokoda to enhance maritime education and industry growth. Key road realization projects, including the Okiawe-Idore Road, Akumbai-Kare Road, and the 27.5-kilometer Okitipupa-Brokoda Road, have recorded substantial advancement. The school shuttle scheme, suspended since 2020, was restored in 2025 to support student transportation across the state.
While presenting the 2026 budget framework, Governor Aiyedatiwa explained that the proposal is largely based on the macroeconomic assumptions outlined in the National Governors Forum endorsed medium-term expedition framework and fiscal strategy paper. He outlined 8 key policy priorities for the 2026 fiscal year, which include food security, human capital development, infrastructure expansion, internally generated revenue reform, community development, social protection, economic diversification, and prudent fiscal management. The proposed budget features a recurrent to capital expenditure ratio of 42.78% to 57.22%, signaling a commitment to completing ongoing infrastructure projects and preventing abandoned works throughout the state.
Resilient and inclusive community development is one of our policy calls for this year, and this will be pursued by strengthening grassroots governance and community-led development. We will improve access to basic services and build resilience against climate risks. We will enhance security of lives and property through community policing and collaboration between our own homegrown security agents and and conventional security bodies.
Governor Aiyedatiwa commended the lawmakers for their contributions to governance and extended his appreciation to residents of the state, including security agencies, traditional rulers, religious leaders, youths, unions, professionals, development partners, NGOs, civil society organizations, and other stakeholders for their continued support for his administration. He called on the Assembly to give the 2026 appropriation bill that same thorough consideration as past budgets, emphasizing his administration's dedication to diligent and timely execution for the welfare of the people. From the State House of Assembly in Akure, Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
Meanwhile, the Ondo State House of Assembly has committed the 2026 appropriation bill to the House Committee on Finance and Appropriation for detailed scrutiny before further legislative action. The fiscal appropriation christened a budget of economic consolidation totaling 492,795,667,939 naira, 6 authorization for expenditure from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the state. House Assembly correspondent Moshelala Desiojayi now reports.
The budget proposal, total of 492.795 billion naira, has 210.8 billion naira proposed for recurrent expenditure, while 281.99 billion naira is allocated to capital projects for the 2026 fiscal year. The budget, tagged Budget of Economic Consolidation, reflects the present administration's commitment to sustaining growth, strengthening institutions, and completing ongoing projects across the states. Speaking after receiving the budget, the Speaker, Olamide Oladiji, commended the Governor for the timely submission of the 2026 appropriation bill, noting that the early presentation would allow the House ample time for comprehensive evaluation.
I extend my heartfelt appreciation to His Excellency Governor for presenting this 2026 budget proposal in a timely manner and allow this honorable House to conduct a thorough scrutiny of the financial documents. Your leadership style has been exemplary, and we appreciate your unwavering support to this assembly since your adoption of office.
While highlighting the governor's commitment to peace, stability, and progress, which he said has fostered a conducive environment for smooth collaboration between the executive and the legislature. Oladiji also lauded the government for approving the Consolidated Legislative Salary Scheme Fund for the first time in 2026, saying the initiative will significantly boost the productivity and dedication of Assembly staff.
I particularly want to thank the governor for the recent approval of the Consolidated Legislative Salary Structure Fund for the staff. This gesture demonstrates your commitment to the welfare of the progress and the political class. We are grateful.
Other lawmakers who spoke praised the governor's leadership style, describing it as exemplary, and acknowledged the administration's consistent support for the legislature. They reiterated the readiness of the Assembly to work closely with the governor and his team towards advancing the development of Ondo State.
And we are pushing the end of the year. Thank God Almighty, life of our leader, the governor of Ondo State. Dr. Lucky Orimiswajidatiwa, our leader, your leader, the leader of all of us in Ondo State. I thank you for what you have been doing, the steadfastness, the infrastructural strides, the embedded in Ondo State, and I used to say, at the end of your first 4 years, Ondo State will be known as a bastion of infrastructural strength in the whole of the country. Thank you, Your Excellency.
After a voice vote, the House then committed the budget to the Committee on Finance and Appropriation for further legislative action.
Those who will say aye? Aye. Those who will say nay? I have it.
Omoshiliola Adesoye Ajayi, Osrc News.
Away from the 2026 Fiscal Appropriation Bill, the internal crisis rocking the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has deepened, sparking concern among party supporters and political analysts who worry the turmoil could jeopardize the party's future. Omorela Gwenje engages with several party members and legal experts to explore the roots of the conflict and possible solutions moving forward.
The People's Democratic Party (PDP), once Nigeria's most powerful political force, has been embroiled in persistent internal conflicts for years, creating deep divisions and uncertainty about its future direction. Leadership battles, conflicting court rulings, and unresolved grievances have compounded the party's challenges. Court decisions from Abuja to Oyo aimed to resolve disputes over executive roles and internal processes, but parties' delay and refusal to implement these rulings have only deepened the crisis. A former governorship aspirant in Ondo State, Babatunde Faro, voiced dissatisfaction with the ongoing crisis within the People's Democratic Party. He lamented that the prolonged turbulence is taking a heavy toll on loyal members across the party's various chapters, affecting their morale and commitment.
Where I stand is clear. I believe the objective of the Nyesom Wike-led camp is to make sure that PDP doesn't have a presidential candidate in 2027 election, which is very unfortunate. I don't subscribe to it. I feel that we should give Nigerians a choice to choose their leaders. But still, I feel the governor camp still needs to talk to them. Let's do some give and take. Let's see how if we can achieve some level of reconciliation so that after this old charade, we can all march forward from the end of the year to have a vibrant party that Nigerians can now yearn for in 2026 or 2027.
Former Director of Media and Publicity for the PDP, Leye Igbagbo, says the party's turmoil has moved beyond a typical crisis and has reached a compromise level driven by selfish ambitions of a few leaders. He described the recently concluded convention as the party's funeral and warned that the unfolding events expose a deeper leadership problem that must be addressed decisively.
As it is today, it is unfortunate that the PDP crisis has graduated from the crisis level to a compromise level, where the people within, party leaders, stakeholders, who are expected to defend the integrity of the platform, are now being used by other external influence to destroy the party, and that's compromise. So under these circumstances now, it's only divine intervention at that level that can help.
Legal analyst Oladele Oke says the PDP's crisis is deepened by its refusal to obey key orders. He pointed out that ignoring rulings from Abuja and Oyo has heightened internal friction and could jeopardize the party's prospects in the upcoming general election.
Legal practitioner, an order is an order, whether it was made as party or on notice, as long as it's an order that emanated from a legitimately constituted judicial body. It is binding. It is binding to that effect. Now, PDP is now in a state of quagmire. Those who had procured or who had gotten the judgment or the order from the Oyo State High Court are now saying that no, this order legitimized our activity, that we can proceed to do national convention. But the question is, Can you put something on nothing and you expect it to stand? The Federal High Court order had come earlier before the Oyo State High Court. And as a legal practitioner, when we want to avoid, or when we extol what we call abuse of court process, the right thing to do is that you have to appeal the judgment that is against you. You cannot say because a judgment or an order does not favor you, you resort to self-help or violence. That will constitute anarchy. It's an invitation, it's an open invitation to anarchy.
The recent power struggle at the PDP Secretariat in Abuja, where party stalwarts demonstrated dominance, has cast doubt on the possibility of the party healing its divisions anytime soon. Despite ongoing calls for stakeholders for dialogue, transparency and adherence to due process remain the only viable path to restoring unity within the party. Omoyola Mbiji, Osrc News.
Now, regular medical checkups are vital for early detection of illnesses and maintaining good health. Yet, many families find it difficult to access affordable health care. The Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, in partnership with the First Lady's Renewed Hope Initiative, has decided to support communities through health care. Adeomi Taiwo reports.
A week-long free medical outreach ongoing at the State Specialist Hospital in Akure is providing vital services. The intervention by the NDDC in partnership with First Lady's Renewed Hope Initiative offers a wide range of services, including general and specialized surgeries, eye treatment, dental care, diagnosis and medications, and has continued to record every turnout since it began. Deputy Director in the Ondo State Office of the Commission, Mr. Kunle Karaki, said the crowd reflects the level of unmet health needs within the community, noting that many families rely on outreach programs like these as their only opportunity to access specialized medical attention.
This is an important event that doesn't come all of a sudden. It comes once in a blue moon. And once it comes like this, you get hold of the opportunity. And we cannot but appreciate our president again. He has been so wonderful, has been so impactful, including our MD, and that is what we are doing in the Niger Delta region.
He added that patients have already received treatment in ophthalmology, dentistry, and surgical units, highlighting the scale of demand.
I've seen a lot of changes that are affecting life. What the logo of NDD is determined to make the difference. We are no longer determined to make the difference. We are already making the difference. We are making it across educationally, socially, structurally, everything we are doing it. And that is what the purpose. And we are here in Akure today now. And it's going to run for a week, affecting life. You can see the crowd. And many people have been attended to surgery, eyes, dentists, all over. And that is what we are made for.
Director of Clinical Services at the Ondo State Hospital Management Board, Dr. Lanre Iwaola, described the initiative as timely, emphasizing that free medical outreaches remain crucial in reducing the burden on public hospitals, preventing avoidable complications, and bringing healthcare closer to underserved populations.
NDDC is known for high-impact projects, and they are known for doing good things that impact people directly. In Ondo State here, we have had opportunity to benefit from projects from NDDC. It is not only in the health sector.
Some beneficiaries also expressed relief, saying the outreach has eased their financial burden at a time when the cost of healthcare continues to rise.
I really appreciate God the way that they attended to us, from where we collected cards and where we took our treatment. So on getting to the doctor, they accommodated us very well.
I thank God for this program. It was fantastic. I've been thinking of even going to the hospital to check, to do the eye check. But when I heard about this, and thank God I came here and they attend to us very well.
By delivering timely medical services to those who need them most, the NDDC-supported outreach underscores the importance of community-based health interventions in strengthening public health and improving overall well-being. Adewumi Taiwo, OSRC News.
And that does it on Social Report. Many thanks for watching. Good afternoon.